Yeah, I'm gonna get into the frame now. Alright. Oh, I need that. I'm thirsty, man.
We haven't been formally introduced. Angela.
Really? Just gonna take all my water before I have to talk. William, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate it. Hey everybody, I'm Ronnie Petito with Petito's Performance Training Center. We got Tay, Papa Ram behind the phones today. And first and foremost, before I get to any of the questions today, I want to say we had a great baseball camp these last couple weeks. Thank you for everybody who came out. I know me, my dad, and my brother both all had a great time, you know, training the kids in different techniques and, you know, really getting a bond and seeing what baseball is really about, because not only is this game supposed to be educational and we're supposed to be, you know, trying to compete at the highest level, but it's also supposed to be really fun as well as you know, learn and progress and continue to progress and making it fun for yourself, because that's what it's about, doing things you like to do. So, once again, thank you for the baseball camp. Thank you to all the parents that came out, all the kids that came out. It was a fun time. All right. So, before I get into these questions, if anybody has any questions throughout the live Q&A or any questions they want to ask me directly, I have no problem with that. You can comment on the live video. You can comment on the YouTube video that's going to be on it. Or you can direct message me on any of the social medias for your fitness question. And I'll get it answered on one of the live Q&A.
Jonah Owenby.
Jonah Owenby, always tuning in. Appreciate it, man. Alright, the first one's from Jessica. I have a quick health question. Is it healthy to work out until I almost throw up?
No.
Should I lighten up my routine or will I be okay? I'm on the heavier side, but I'm modestly fit. Okay, so as far as throwing up, I think you'll be fine with the whole, it's okay to throw up, because we want to push ourselves past that point of uncomfortability, and sometimes we go a little bit too far and can't catch our breath in time, and then we wind up throwing up. Here's the thing I want you to pay attention to, though. Every workout shouldn't necessarily be to the point of throwing up. There should be some purpose behind it, like you're working certain areas, certain muscle groups, and things like that. And sometimes those things take a little bit more time, and you need rest in between each in order to properly do the workout to maximize full potential in that muscle. So I would urge you, you know, on some of your workouts, you know, it's good to bust your butt and really kill yourself in the gym. But to some level, are we doing these workouts correctly? Are we focusing on anything specifically with these workouts? What are we targeting? What are some things that we can improve on? And different things like that. And remember, we do need some rest time in between our sets. Our ATP PCR system is our energy, is our quickest energy, right? So the first 30 seconds of your workout, use your ATP PCR system, then you're into glycolysis. So the ATP PCR system needs to be replenished a little bit at least in order to be at our full maximum explosion, maximum potential for our muscles, all that kind of stuff. So make sure that we're getting some rest in between. We shouldn't have to throw up almost every workout. You know, it's okay to kill yourself sometimes, guys, but come on. We shouldn't be throwing up every single workout. If we are, we're not doing something right. I mean, when are you eating before your workout? Because if you're eating right before, that could be another issue. Because if we're just going to down a bunch of food or a bunch of water right before we hit a very intense workout where you're not going to take a lot of rest, you might throw up. So, you know, tweak a little bit of things. I don't think you should throw up on every single workout. That's not really what working out is about. Working out is to be healthy and push yourself to past a state of uncomfortability, push your muscles past a state of uncomfortability. But other than that, you know, we don't always need to be throwing up. So modify a little bit and see where you're at and have a specific purpose going into these workouts. All right, so the next question is from Bryant. I just got back into the gym Monday and wanted to work out my arms and chest. My body started getting so sore that it's making it hard to sleep. What do you do to relieve soreness/mobility? Okay, well, if you feel like you can't lift your arms to open up the door or to scratch your head or to wipe your butt after you go to the bathroom, you're probably experiencing DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. Everybody experiences it, especially when you push your muscles and really tear them up a little bit. So what we have to do is we have to take care of them. We have to stretch. We have to make sure we're consuming the correct foods, whole foods, you know, enough protein for our muscles to recover, because that's how our muscles build, right? You know, certain amino acids, fuel our body with the right vitamins, and greens and all that kind of stuff so we can relieve some of that stress in our body. We need to continually repair our muscles. If we're not fueling our muscles after we're done working out, it's not going to help us. Some other things that we can do to reduce inflammation, you got chia seeds you can intake. You can make sure that you're on more of an alkaline diet than an acidic diet. So like stop taking so much fruit and go more to, vegetables. Vegetables are good, especially the green kind, leafy kind, spinach, kale, that kind of stuff. It's all good to alkalize the body a little bit in order to reduce that soreness and give your body more ample time to recover. So little things like that. And of course, if you really need it and your body really is that sore, you can also obviously take a prescription over-the-counter anti-inflammatory. Advil, ibuprofen, whatever kind of easy brand. Everybody knows Advil too. So any kind of one of those will work as long as it's non-steroidal, anti-inflammatory. But that's like a last resort. You want to replenish your body so it can get enough nutrients from actual food sources and things like that. And also, don't forget to intake your water. We need to consume plenty of water so our bodies have that chance to recover. Because let's say that you're intaking a bunch of protein, but you don't consume enough water, your body won't be able to retain that protein as well. It's not going to function as well. It's not going to process through our system as well. It's not going to absorb and protein synthesis into the muscle as well. There's a lot of different things that can corrupt if we're not intaking enough water. We need to intake enough water. So that's another huge thing, especially as you're intaking a bunch of vitamins and supplements to grow your muscles and really kicking your ass in the gym. So you need to supplement your body the right way. All right, the next question is from Henderson. I lost 50 pounds following a low-carb diet and working out. I have hit a plateau recently, and I am looking for some guidance on carb cycling. Okay, so first, instead of thinking about the carb cycling, I would rather you monitor your diet a little bit better. Don't think about how much, I'm going to take this amount of carbs. Just see where your calorie maintenance is and be under that deficit. That's going to cut your body fat. That's going to start getting if we're under them calories, we're already burning the fat. We're burning the calories as it is. So in order to burn that fat, if we do that, eat the correct things like the whole foods, vegetables, as I've been talking about, and you lift weights, at least 3 times a week, and stay active 6 to 7 times a week, meaning that you're going for a walk out in nature, you're going for a run, or we're on the stationary bike even. On those days we're not lifting, we're doing some other things that are activity-based. We will be able to get where we want to be. And like I said, of course, we need to be in a calorie deficit in order to continually progress. So let's say that our body needs a maintenance of 2,000 calories to maintain our weight. If we're under that 2,000 calorie limit, like let's say we're hitting 1,800, you're already 200 calories under the limit, that's already cutting your body fat for the day. And then you go ahead and go get an intense workout, and that's like 400, 500 calories at least, if you're getting the correct workout in with weights and things like that, or even a HIIT training workout in, anything like that will be able to cut your body fat as well. So, alright, so if anybody has any questions, as I always say, shoot them out and I'll be happy to answer. I love going back and forth with everybody who's supporting me and watching me on the channel. Alright, before I ask the next question, I need to get some water. What are you doing, Coda?
What up?
All right, on to the next question. Let's see. Devin, my girlfriend wants to become healthy again. I always hear that women are a little different than men when it comes to losing weight. Can you give me some feedback on where she should start with her diet? Amount of carbs, fats, proteins. Okay, so let's stop right there. If we're just getting back and we're trying to be healthy, let's change the mindset, shift the whole perspective a little bit. Stop going already to cutting things out. We're already trying to restrict ourselves. Go back to the first idea. We want to be healthy. So let's go do things we like to do in the gym. Let's lift 3 times a week. We got a question?
Yes, John OMB's put out there, proper mechanics to focus on when doing close grip bench.
Okay, that's a good question. Let me finish this one first, though.
Okay.
So where I was at here is that this guy says that he always, from his girlfriend wants to get healthy, and he always hears that women are a little bit different than men losing weight. Women are not necessarily, before we get into that, women are not necessarily different than men. The only thing is that they're supposed to, anatomically, supposed to hold more weight, more body fat. So let's say that a female usually should be at least in the 16% body fat range for the simple fact of just human anatomy, giving birth, things like that. It's a little bit dangerous for their bodies and can compromise some things and some hormonal deficits if we go below that. So we got to pay attention to our body fat percentage as a female. But other than that, is it a little bit harder for women to lose weight and look how they want? Maybe a little bit because of that body fat percentage thing. But trust me, it holds better on women. And as far as losing the weight, it's the same process. Okay. So all we have to do is be in a little bit of a calorie deficit. Once again, we have to lift weights, and only 3 times a week is fine. But 3 to 6 times a week, we're just trying to get healthy. We don't have to be, I don't want you on a direct, definite, I need to do this, and this. I would rather see you go ahead and change the mindset and go, okay, well, I need to make sure that I'm eating healthy foods, whole foods, vegetables, at least 75% vegetables with every meal, things like that. That's where our mindset needs to be. Don't necessarily say, you need to intake this amount of carbs, this amount of protein, this amount of fats. More so just think about how to be healthy, make the healthy choices, create healthy habits so you can make something sustainable. Because if we start out already cutting things out and already restricting ourselves, we're making it very non-sustainable. It's going to be so hard because you're going to, the things you eliminated and you wanted to cut out, you're going to go right back to them when you have that chance. And you don't want that to happen. You want to be able to, live your life, have fun. The thing's about having fun. So don't, you're supposed to make your life better. Okay, back to the question that I had.
Okay, the question again is proper mechanics to focus on when doing close grip bench.
Okay, so close grip bench, a lot of people will come really close, they'll have their fists together, and when they're doing it, the elbows are sticking out. Remember, we're not trying to work our wrists where they're cocked in like this and they're turning sideways and we're hurting them. That's what I see a lot of incorrectly in the gym. What I'd rather you do is get to the sides of your chest, put your elbows to the sides of your chest under the bar, and from there you go up to grab where you're supposed to be. And from that point, we make sure that our elbows are tucked into our sides because we want to use our triceps and the inside part of our chest. So when you use the triceps, inside part of our chest, as we're coming down, we keep the elbows tucked in, touch where you would in a normal flat bench when you're doing a normal flat bench press, and then you're going to come right back up. And when you get to the top, the only thing I like to do a little bit different than a regular flat bench is to fully extend those triceps at the top, make sure I get that squeeze. But that's what you really want to focus on when you're doing a proper close grip bench with the barbell, is to keep those elbows tucked in and use the triceps as much as you can, because that's what the focus is on there, is your triceps. And of course the inside part of the chest helps out with that movement as well. I like that question. That was a good question. Thanks, John. I appreciate it, man. I liked it. All right. Well, if nobody has any more questions, I'm on my last question now. So whatever questions you have, start asking them now so I can start answering when I'm done with this one. This one's from Lenny. I used to be an athlete back in the day. Now I've kind of let myself go, and my wife keeps harping on me about my weight. I'm now 54 years old and haven't worked out since I was 30. Problem is, I don't know where to start because I only know how to work out one way, all out, just like any athlete, So being I am a lot older, I don't want to kill myself. What's your recommendation? Okay, so if you were to come into my facility as a previous athlete, I'm going to treat you like a previous athlete. But before we do that, I'm going to make sure, first we're going to look at your health restrictions, like what's going on with your health. Because every athlete as far as health, like how is your body, is your heart good, lungs good, all that stuff. And then we're going to move away from the body a little bit and focus on how, injuries, any past injuries. Do you have issues with your knees, shoulders? Where might be some mobility issues, right? And from that point on, I'm going to take that, I'm going to put it into a training program based on what you can do, where you can start out. And we're going to improve your mobility, we're going to improve your strength, we're going to improve your stability, we're going to improve your core, we're going to improve all functional movements that are used to be available to you as an athlete before, and you might even find yourself moving better. So the process is, we start out after we find out your injuries, we go through, okay, I'm going to go ahead and walk you through dynamic stretches because that's what we're supposed to do before we do an athletic type workout or even a weight workout or something like that. You want to get your body used to warm, get moving, functional movements as I've been talking about. You want that mobility. And so I like that. So from that point on, once we get into the stretches, once we get past the stretches, we'll get into a workout for the day. And when we first start out as being a previous athlete and working our mobility and things like that, I will work the full body. We'll work from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top, doesn't matter. But we will work all different facets of our abilities. So we want to be able to move in all different directions. We want to get all our functionality back as an athlete. So that will be my main priority for you as an athlete first, Lenny. And then from that point on, once you started feeling better about your body, once you start getting mobility back, we would start working on your running form again, get you back into the things you like to do. Jumping like an athlete, running like an athlete, running sprints again, things like that. We don't have to kill you to start. We're not going to kill snakes. What we're going to do is we're going to get you back in shape, get your body feeling better than it used to when you were young at 30, and then we'll get you right back on track. And not only will you be in shape, but you might be in the best shape of your life. So I'm just saying, it's not hard to get back into it, especially if you've been an athlete, if you know what it takes to have muscles and compete at a high level and things like that. We can definitely get you back to where you want to be, no doubt about it. All right, so was this another question?
Yeah, from Jonah.
All right, top 3 HIIT exercises. I mean, there's so many HIIT exercises you can do, man. I don't even know where to start. What are my top 3 favorite? I mean, I can name my top 3 favorite. There's no exact definite, these are going to burn more calories than others. But what happened? You good?
That was the one he was watching on.
Yeah, that was the one he was watching.
What happened?
It died.
It went out.
Oh, it died?
Yeah.
It's all right. He'll find me again. So Jonah, top 3 HIIT exercises. I'm gonna go with my top 3 favorites. So and I'm gonna do no weighted exercises because everybody knows snatches, deadlifts. I mean, power cleans. Those are all top notch, phenomenal, compound Olympic movements. Of course, those are gonna be top exercises. But I like things with minimal weight or no weight at all. What I mean by that is I like burpees. Burpees are great for anybody. You can add a little bit of weight to it. You can not. It's up to you. I enjoy wall balls and I enjoy thrusters. Any kind of full body movement where you have to do a full compound thing, but you can do a bunch of them at once because that's what the HIIT workout movement is, right? You're going from one thing to another. See how many you can do in 40 seconds or see how many you can do in a minute or 30 or whatever the workout for that day is. You're trying to get as many reps in as you can, and you want to be able to do it efficiently. You want to be able to burn the most calories with that HIIT workout, and you want to get the best workout out of it. So I like to do the full body compound exercises. I think those are the best ones. So those are my favorite as far as non-really weighted or just minimal weighted HIIT training exercises. But as far as top 3, I mean, come on, you're thinking about some compound heavy movement like a snatch or a power clean to jerk or something like that. Those are all full compound movements that are going to burn a ton of calories, especially if you're really, doing them to the best of your ability and really doing them the correct way. So, does anybody have any other questions?
Yeah.
There's a question over there?
Jonah only, he just went back on
Don't know when back on?
Yeah, say it's answered. Tell them it is answered.
Yeah, I answered the question for you, Jonah, if you didn't get a chance to see it.
Sorry,
man.
bud, my phone went out, man.
We had it on we got all these phones out here recording for us, so one of them actually died on us, unfortunately. The outlet's too far away. But if we don't have any questions,
Okay,
you got it on?
No.
No, we're good.
Hold on. He said, "I made it in time. No worries."
Ah, cool, man. I'm glad you got to see it. I'm glad you got to see it. All right, everyone. I really appreciate everybody who showed up to tune in.
He said, "Appreciate it, bro."
Yeah, man. Anytime. Anytime y'all want to ask questions, I'm here to answer it, especially in the fitness realm. This is my area. So, but I'm really thankful for everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody who comes in and watches the show on a weekly basis. I'm going to try to do a couple more things for you as we move forward. Even thinking about getting into a podcast, so that might be fun. But appreciate y'all tuning in. I'm Ronnie Petito. We got Tay
Hola.
and Papa Ron.
How you guys doing?
And I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend. And come to grind Monday, all right? Start out big Monday. Don't miss that Monday workout. Go kill it. Hope you all have a good weekend.